What the hell? What the helly? What the hell? What the helly? I'm going to keep on saying that song and repeating them lyrics because, again, what the hell and what the helly, man. I got love for Shannon Sharpe, but, bro, every day it looks worse, man, and worse and worse and worse. I appreciate y'all for coming through and checking out my channel, man. Like, comment, subscribe as you are here. Your presence is well appreciated. Make yourself comfortable. You wipe your feet off with that like button. Thank you. Grow this algorithm. Road to 2K. Shannon Sharpe, man. Shannon Sharpe has some interesting allies, interesting updates, and interesting potential betrayers. What am I talking about? I just want to put this as a reference. I think Tony Busby is working with TMZ. I think that they are feeding TMZ not only, case files and evidence, but literally sending them to Harvey Levin and TMZ. I think TMZ is very, very much a player in this game, and I think it's a negative play in this game. Anyways, back to the facts. Today, right, at the time of this recording, this is 7:22 p.m. Eastern time, right? But around 7 a.m. Pacific Coast time, meaning in Los Angeles, right? And this was actually updated by 12:22 p.m. On the West Coast, right? At that time, they released, meaning Tony Busby sent in a new audio, right, of Shannon Sharpe saying that he will choke this woman in public. I'm gonna play it right here.
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Daddy.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did with the shit you did to me.
Okay, well...
Man, I got love for Unc, but Unc, come on, brother. Come on, brother. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. This is another damning piece of audio. Keep in mind, though, it sounds heavily edited. It has no context behind it. Maybe this was when this relationship was cool. And again, let me make this perfectly clear. It was a relationship, right? Whether Shannon Sharpe acknowledged it or not, whether she acknowledged, it was a relationship. But the difference is it was a trick sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship, or a trick and a John relationship. And let me tell you something about them type of relationships. The woman does not actually like nor respect that man. Not even love him at all. You have to understand, man, just in the dynamics of human nature, if a woman likes and respects you, she does not sue you for $50 million. She doesn't. She doesn't. Now, to be fair to assault victims and people who've actually experienced real assault and not part of this shakedown, because again, I believe it is a shakedown, they have every right to go to the police. They have every right to sue. I think this was a consensual relationship they had, but he, meaning Shannon Sharpe, was not smart enough to realize that this woman was going to finesse him. He was not smart enough to realize once I released this sex tape or sex audio on Instagram Live, my side chick that I'm smashing and paying, because I promise you, Unc was paying. Yeah, he was paying her. She is going to get jealous and find a way to put me in a trick bag. She is going to record my phone calls with her. She is going to keep a file of damning texts, and when it's the perfect time, like when you are going to sign a $100 million contract for your podcast, she will attack. And let me tell you something, man. The fact that she's white and she's a small white girl, horrible optics, man. By the way, this is going to be Dr. Umar Johnson giving his point of view and his take. This was before we realized and we learned that this was clearly a small white girl.
Shannon Sharpe, I'm going to stand with you, my brother. Shannon Sharpe, I'm going to stand with you, my brother, on one condition. I'm getting text messages from all over the African universe telling me that Shannon Sharpe was accused of the unspeakable. I'm getting text messages telling me that Shannon Sharpe was accused of the unspeakable. I'm going to stand with Uncle Shay Shay on one condition. Uncle Shay Shay, no more snow bunnies after this scandal. If you cannot promise me that you will never seek the company of another snow bunny, I cannot stand with you. Uncle Shay Shay. Uncle Shay Shay. I'm standing with you, Unc. I think it's a scam. I'm standing with you, Unc. I think it's a scam. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharpe on this one. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharpe on this one. But Uncle Shay Shay, no more bunnies after this. Can somebody confirm if he's being accused by snow bunnies or Afro queens? Is Uncle Shannon being accused of snow bunnies or Afro queens? Who can confirm? Does anybody know the race of Uncle Shay Shay's accusers? Are they black or are they white? Are they black? Is this a rice bunny situation? Is this a snow bunny situation? Is this a sand bunny situation? Is this a salsa bunny situation?
Hey, Dr. Umar putting that ban on the Caucasian, on the snow bunny. I'm telling you right now, I don't think Unc, I got love for Unc, but I think the Unc is totally in the snow bunny haze. I think he's going to fail that challenge on day 2. I don't know why. I'm telling you right now, man, for a guy like Shannon Sharpe, a man like him, right? He should be, like Monique said, getting with a Gertrude, a Bernadine, or something like that, man. He should be with a thick black woman from the South who will stay loyal to him and show him a level of love and respect that he won't experience from a woman, not even a woman, a borderline little girl like this. Unc. I like Unc. I got a respect for him, but brother, you should have seen the play a mile away. She has an OnlyFans. Her whole social media is her showing off her body, man. That is a woman who is a whore, man. And what a whore's good at? They're good at selling their body. That's their main commodity, brother. You have to realize when a woman's main commodity is not what's up there in the head, and it's something that's down there in between her legs, she is a conniving type of woman. It's just, they go hand in hand. I'm sorry to say this, man. It's just a fact. See, the type of woman you're around that has something to lose is the type of woman you should be around. Why? Because, Unc, you are in your mid-50s. You're closer to 60, right? And a 19-year-old OnlyFans whore is for the highway. And what is the highway? The highway means she's for the community. What is the community? The community is the paying community. And for you to be a trick at that age, I don't get it, brother. I don't get it. You have so much better options. And that's what I believe Dr. Umar Johnson was getting to, right? Again, whores don't respect their clients. Matter of fact, they actually hate their clients. They have a sort of resentment towards them. Why? Because they know that those clients are only there for the poom poom. They don't care a damn about them, and they conversely don't give a damn about their clientele, bruh. Have you met a stripper? They don't like their clients? I'm keeping it 100, man. By the way, this is something that we gotta watch, man. Not Skip Bayless. Stephen A. Smith went on his personal YouTube and on his show and did about a 20-minute talk about this situation. I'm gonna play one of the highlights of it. And I personally think that this is Stephen A. almost preparing for the worst, in the sense that he's backing away from Shannon Sharpe, and it's very snakish, bro. Let's listen to his opinion.
But I spoke to him, and he emphatically proclaims his innocence. According to Mr. Busby, his client emphatically proclaims his guilt. So where does that leave us? I'd love to tell you that I know the answer to that question, but I don't. I am the executive producer of First Take on ESPN. I recruited Shannon. I went and got him and brought him to ESPN. But I'm not the boss. Those are other folks. There are layers to this, and there are certain layers even I am not on. I can tell you, I also spoke to co-chairman of Disney, the boss, Jimmy Pitaro, who made it very, very clear we are taking this matter very seriously, and we are looking into this very, very closely. And once we gather as many facts as we possibly can, we will go from there. And that is all he said. And I can mention his name because I received his permission to say that. I don't know what that means.
And this is what I don't like, man. Stephen A. is a two-faced rat, man. Stephen A. is the type of person who'll smile in your face and behind your back he's plotting something. He did the same thing to Max Kellerman. Not trustworthy, man. Instead of being somebody who is advocating for Shannon Sharpe's innocence, actually, the smarter move would be for you not to say nothing, but it sounds, and the way that you're framing the conversation, I'm talking about Stephen A. here, is as if he's already guilty, saying it's not in your hands now. Brother, you are getting paid $25 million a year. You're the highest paid person on that network. It may not be in your hands, but you can influence it. You can talk to Jimmy Pitaro. You can plead the case for your quote-unquote friend. See, the business in corporate America is dirty, bro. So that's my thing. When I see how Stephen A. is less defensive about his boy, his colleague, his coworker, or his brother, Stephen A. is less defensive of his friend than Dr. Umar Johnson, who's never met Shannon a day in his life. Never met Shannon. Juxtapose the two. Man, we got DJ Academics putting up a defense for Shannon Sharpe better than Stephen A. And that tells me everything that, that I need to know. Stephen A. is a rat, and Stephen A. is not trying to actually cover for his boy. And guess what? Stephen A. did the same thing when Michael Irvin was accused of something similar to Shannon. Video came out literally 7-8 months later. By the way, they fired Michael Irvin. 7-8 months later, Michael Irvin was found innocent through the camera, and Michael Irvin countersued that hotel, the Marriott Hotel. Like I said in my previous video, and I did my research, it was for $100 million. They settled for $100 million. Michael Irvin is one of the richest people in sports media right now. Settled it. So what I'm trying to say again here Stephen A's a rat. That's like, this is something that we all knew. He's a rat. He's a two-facer. He's a snake. And I'm telling all y'all to just know and understand that your co-workers ain't your friends, bro. One person who I think is genuinely a friend, that's Ocho Cinco. And he been trying to get Shannon off the market because he understood what type of time that Shannon was. Shannon's a freakazoid, man. He's a freaky at, you know what I mean? He's a 69 god. But let me tell you something. That's not illegal. What is illegal is doing something to a woman against her will. What is illegal is beating women. That's illegal. And I'm hoping that this blows over. I'm hoping he stays at the ESPN. But I have a hot take that I think a lot of people ain't noticed and ain't want to talk about. I personally believe this is actually going to make Shannon bigger on the back end. What am I saying? 6 months from now or a year from now, Shannon's going to get bigger off of this. Why is that? Because the people are still massive fans of Shannon Sharpe. The people. Who are the people? The commentators, the community, the fans. People have been making memes about this situation on the internet, on YouTube, on Twitter, more than they have actually been talking much about the case, which tells me everything I need to know. Shannon Sharpe is so over in a WWE wrestling term. He's so over that I think nothing, even if he did settle this would not ruin his career. He's going to be doing the NFL draft tomorrow night, and he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. People will crack jokes, but he's going to be fine. The advertisers might leave now, but they're going to double back in 6 months. He might get suspended from First Take ESPN. He's going to be back on air by September for the football season. Hey, I'm just telling y'all facts. I said the same thing about Joe Budden when Rory and Mal left. Look what Joe Budden podcast has become now. Hey, I'm telling y'all, I have a knack for these things, man. I can just smell it. I can feel it in the air. But y'all get in the comments, though. Let me know y'all thoughts. I think, again, this is a shakedown. This is extortion. But I think that Shannon himself didn't do himself any favors by playing into this race play, playing into this kink community, dom-sub relationship with a woman who actually does not like him at all, who actually resents him and hates him because he, quote-unquote, cheated on her. That's where it started. I think it's going to end in a settlement. I think by about 2, 3, maybe 4 months from now, settlement time. Big JTV, get in the comments. Am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know. I'm here. I'm out.